Peter, Paul, and Mary.
When you started as an activist, I mean, you have been around a very long time. I'm wondering if you are more or less optimistic now, given what's happening in the world, than you were when you began your activism.
I think the answer is I'm both more pessimistic and more optimistic. I put it this way, I'm more worried than I was, because climate change and global warming is a huge, huge dilemma, and as long as moneyed interests control the policies of the United States and other countries, corporations, with all due respect to the Roberts Court, are not human beings. They are put in place as functional entities to make money. They're not interested in the next 7 generations. They're interested in next quarter's profits. And as long as that's there, they're going to be paying a lot of money to lobbyists and put money into campaigns to get policies passed so that they can continue to do what is effectively bringing about this climate change and global warming by a reliance on fossil fuels and increased carbon in the air. We have a very small window to turn this around before the world that our children and grandchildren inherit is going to be so dramatically different from it that we cannot really predict it. And if you're living on an island that will soon be submerged, that will be what you might call a dramatic change. That makes me really worried, because its timeline and the dynamics to make that change are going to be hugely difficult to mobilize. On the other hand, when people become aware of the critical nature and the survival issues that relate to all this, they can be mobilized. I mean, I've seen people mobilized. I'm also more optimistic because instead of things being in stasis, there is the growth of real awareness and real concern on the part of young people. I don't mean 12-year-olds, although that's happening too. I mean young adults who are committed to doing the right thing, not just for survival, but in terms of a moral and ethical world and country. My son being one of those people, which makes me very, very proud.